Right. Good morning, everyone. Are you able to hear me? Yeah, now I'm good. So now I'm good. No problem. Okay. So what we are discussing last class? Okay. Last class we are discussing CUI and GUI completed, right? Okay. I will do one thing. Uh, Gmail architecture and MVC architecture types of applications. I will teach you in one Sunday. Is it clear? It's not urgent to learn. It is not urgent to learn these topics. So I will spend the time on Sunday. Let us go as per the schedule. Okay, Sunday I will cover this topic by taking like 3-4 hours of the time, and we will complete the topic. So on Saturday, Sunday. Okay, Saturday 3 hours, Sunday 3 hours I will take and I will complete. Clear my point? So not okay. Coming Sunday or next Sunday, so I will plan it. No need to worry. Okay. So now I hope it's clear to all. Let me type. Let me type. So we need to learn Gmail architecture and MVC architecture. Okay, these two topics will take 6 hours. Understand? Takes 6 hours. Okay. Um, on Saturday and Sunday, we will spend and will complete. Is it clear? Is it clear? Not immediate Saturday, not immediate Saturday, Sunday, not immediate Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I'm okay now. Not immediate Saturday, Sunday. Next. Uh, many Sundays I'll take classes. Some people are telling that Sunday not possible. So many Sundays I will take classes. So if Sunday is not possible to attend, please join Sundays I'll take classes. Long sessions I will take. Long sessions I will take 6 hours to 10 hours. Catch my point? My syllabus is very heavy. It's a huge syllabus. So because of this much heavy syllabus, I cannot, compromise just 2 hours every day. Now in our 3 months of the time, I'll take Sundays. Definitely many Sundays I will take, not 1 or 2 Sundays. Many Sundays I will take, and long sessions I will take 6 hours to 10 hours will be there. Okay. Next, if Sunday not possible to attend, please join other faculty classes. I'm openly telling, later you don't trouble me. I'll catch my point, so that you don't trouble me. You don't trouble me, and you don't file any case on me. There are some students are there planning to file a case on me also, police complaint. They found IPS IPS penal number one, some numbers they found, and they planning to file a case on me also. So that if I am clear with you, if it is a clear with if I'm clear with you, then you will not disturb yourself and will not disturb the class. You want a subject, then only come to me. Okay. If your target is a subject, then come. Okay. Apart from the subject, if you have timings problems, if you are punctual, if you are expecting me to be punctual, sharp at 9 a.m. to start class. Okay. If you have timings problem, if you are expecting me to be punctual, sharp at 9 a.m. to start class, if you are expecting me to tell before, I mean, okay, right. If this is your target, please don't join. Clear my point? I'm openly telling, before doing payment only. If at all you do payment also, you can shift your batch timings. Now Babu will help you. Okay. If your target is only subject, then only join my class. If you are very sincere in timings, only 2 hours I'll attend, other timings I'll not come, please don't join. If you are expecting me to punctual sharp at 9 a.m. to start the class, don't join. I don't start by 9 a.m. sharp. If you are expecting me to tell before, okay, before, cancel the class. Sometimes suddenly when you join the class, you will see a message, today no class. Then if you are hurting, you must tell before only, I'll go outside and I'll roam on the roads and I'll do friendship with the corona. If you tell, if you have that type of feelings, please don't join my class. I'll catch my point? When class is cancelled, if you are expecting me to tell before it and before one day, it's not possible. Okay. Because my target is, I cannot inform you before. Okay. Because my target is taking everyday class. Taking everyday class. 99% classes will not be cancelled. 99% classes will not be cancelled. If at all I am not well, my meaning of not well is I am not in a position to sit. This is what my meaning of not well. Is it clear? Okay, I'm not in a position to sit, not in a position to speak. That is called my meaning is not well. Okay, if I'm not well, if my family members are in need of my help, then only class will be cancelled. Understand my point? So in this situation, I cannot tell you one day before. Catching my point? My life, I dedicated my life to only students, not to my any plans outside, going outside, roaming outside. No entertainments. Only I will entertain my life with your life. Okay. So any of you are having any timing problem, Sunday I cannot attend, sir. Sunday these many hours I cannot come, sir. Some people are asking the question, 6 hours, continuously you will take 6 to 10 hours in a 10th class, up to 10th class in school level. How many hours you have attended the school? How many hours you attend the school? How many subjects you studied per day? Just you re-question. Just you re-question. That's why I told you, BTech students' brain got dead. BTech students' brain got dead. No, they don't want to work more hours. They want only 2 hours. 2 hours, that two what, 1 hour 45 minutes. If I say, okay, then enough. Okay, if that is the way, I'm not suitable. I'm suitable only if you are dedicated your life to Java until you get the job. If you dedicated your life to Java and you are okay, you are comfortable with your timings to adjust according to my timings. Okay, you wanted to surrender your complete 2 hours. Okay, 9 to 11 complete 2 hours. If you surrender to me, if a class is there, attend the class. If class is not there, you have to continue practice. If you are like that, then I am eligible to your I am eligible to be as your what you call a trainer, and you are eligible to be as your as my student. So if you are here for counting number of days, if you are here for counting number of hours, if you are counting when I started, when I come out, if you are counting other than the subject words, I'll catch my point, then you please try to stay away from my batch. You can join another faculty batch. So this is the information I wanted to give. Is it clear to all? So is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? People who are attending from US, UK, Australia, Canada, other countries, and people who are attending from India. So I am telling you my timings so that I will not be trouble. I will not be in trouble in the future. Clear my point? So I am going to tell you this is the story. So now is it make sense or not make sense, or you question yourself. If you are okay with my timings, please come on and join. I'll give you subject. Okay, and long sessions I don't take now. I'll take long sessions uh, after 1 month or 45 days. Once you are understand full subject, and when I feel that no need do any practice. Clear my point? Not immediately. Immediately I'm not going to take Sunday long sessions. I'll take after 45 days. After 45 days, I'll take long sessions. So if you are, I mean, when I feel that, okay, now you people can attend, understand without any practice. Okay, then I'll take long sessions. Is it clear? Is it clear? These long sessions will not be immediately now, after 45 days. Okay, and I'll inform these long sessions related story 1 week early. 1 week earlier, I will inform you. So this Sunday, we will have the long session. Please try to have, don't have any other appointments. Okay. So this is what my style of teaching. I will not compromise with the subject. If you are saying that, no, sir, if you don't take Sundays, I will come. If complete batch say that we don't come for Sundays, then you have to compromise with the subject, because you have given me only 3 months, maximum 3 months only you given. In maximum 3 months, I have to spend the max time. In 3 months, I have to use the complete time. Then only I can give you the best. Then only I can give you the best. I can make you the best. If I am time passing, okay, then there is no use of it. I am ready to work even Sundays. I am ready to work even festivals. So now you question yourself, are you ready to work? If you are ready to work, please join. I am ready to work for you. I am ready to work for you. Clear? All of you agreed? Any objections? Please come up with your objections. If you have any objections, please come up with your objections. Right. So all people are agreed. Nobody is telling any objection. I am ready to spend maximum my time with you, so that I can give you the full Java knowledge, so that you will be benefited fully, and so that you will be get job. After getting job in company also, you don't find any problem. Oh, Anuj Pandey. Wonderful. No, no, no. Some students, Prajakant, some students are, very much worry about Sundays. They want to enjoy their life. Last 22 years, they're enjoying. Still, they want to continue enjoyment only. They don't want subject. They don't want subject. They want only enjoyment. Only they are attending the class for their parents, because parents are forcing. They wanted to attend. They will give importance to their friends. Their friends are not part of our class. They're part of, roaming on the roads. Then they will influence these people, come to, I know, outside to go. Then when I say that 6 hours to 10 hours class, they will not come and they will start troubling us. So before taking admission, if I clear all these points, I don't face any problem. I mean, that's what I'm telling. Prajakant, I'm telling you, some of the students. Okay. Okay. Now let's start. Yeah, I will plan the classes without having clashes. Don't worry. Natara sir will take maximum 2 hours only. So that 2 hours I don't take class. You will go to advanced Java class. So we will plan accordingly. Okay. First I will take, then sir will take, or sir will take first and then I will take. Don't worry. Okay. Now, again, I'm repeating for late joining students. Actually, as per the syllabus, the order Gmail architecture, MVC architecture, we have to conduct. It will take 6 hours to complete. Okay. So I will take this Gmail and MVC architecture on Saturday, Sunday, so that we can complete. Saturday 3 hours, Sunday 3 hours I will take and I'll complete. Or Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 4 hours I'll take and will complete. So today, as per the schedule, I'm going to the next topic. Everyone agreed? So now this week we are going to enter into programming section. Welcome to Core Java. All you people come for Core Java, right? So welcome to Core Java. Up to now, I have not started any part of Core Java. I was talking about Java. I was talking about project. I didn't start anything about Core Java. So all you people know Java divided into four sections. Okay. So I'll talk to the new students. Okay. I will talk to the new students end of the class today. So I'll talk to the new students end of the class today. Please try to continue today class and try to concentrate. So how you get the material, when this batch started, what the fees, how to do the payment, all the details I will tell you end of the class. So today, please concentrate on the class. You will understand everything. Today is the first class for Core Java. Sonu Kumar, I hope it's clear to you. Okay. So now, welcome to Core Java. Right. As part of Core Java, what you are learning. So now Core Java concepts. As part of Core Java, we are going to plan to develop programs. To develop programs, what are the different knowledge we require? We are going to learn. Try to observe now. Core Java, Advanced Java, frameworks, XML web services, Java tools, design patterns, and project development. Totally 7 sections are there. Complete Java package has 7 sections. Core Java, Advanced Java, frameworks. Frameworks are what? Spring, Hibernate, Java tools, design patterns, following by Java real-time project development. So we have these are the 7 topics we have. Among these 7 topics, I am here to teach you first topic, that is Core Java. As part of Core Java, you are going to learn how to develop programs, how to compile that program, how to run that program, and then how to develop the logic. Logic is of 2 types. What do you call logical programming and object oriented programming. There are 2 programmings are there: logical programming, object oriented programming. So how to develop logics in Java, how to develop those logics as part of what project development. Okay, so that entire part we are going to learn. Okay, once you learn Core Java, then only you can go for Advanced Java, then only you can go for frameworks, because Advanced Java is a technology interacting with the database, interacting with the network. For that, you need to develop programs. Where are you developing programs? In Core Java only, na? Right? Repeating again, in Advanced Java, you need to develop programs to interact with the database. You need to develop other type of programs to interact with the network. To develop programs, first of all, you should know how to develop program, na? That you are learning in Core Java. In frameworks, you are developing the same Advanced Java programs, but with less code. Okay, with less code, more dynamic way you are going to develop. So what the final conclusion I want to give? Core Java is the base. Okay, Core Java is the base. So if you learn Core Java, I can say Core Java is the roots of your entire journey. Then on top of Core Java, you are going to learn Advanced Java. On top of Advanced Java, you are learning what? Frameworks. On top of frameworks, you are learning tools. and learning what design patterns, and you are learning what a project. Okay, so core Java is the base for your entire tree. So if your core Java base is not strong, the tree cannot be live happily, you know, right? There is, even though there is a huge wind is there, rainfall is there, cyclone is there, some trees are still there. Okay, they can face this water flood and wind. Okay, but some trees are there, easily they can fell down because their base is not strong. So if I will try to make your core Java base very strong, so that even though huge recession there in the companies, even though company decided to remove the employees, you will be the last in the list. CEO, on top of CEO your name will be there, HK. Alright, catch my point? CEO and HK, this is the name, and next remaining all people names will be there. No, always remember, you should learn a subject such a way your name should not be top in the list for removing purpose. Okay, your name must be always last in the list for removing purpose. This is the way you must be planned. And when you plan to resign, when you plan to resign, company should not feel so happy. Hammaya, finally this fellow is leaving the company. Above should not feel like that. When you are resigning, company should ask you, Arre, why you are resigning? Tell me what you want. You want any more facilities, more salary, more facilities you want? We are ready for that. You know, company CEO should call. You know, your presence in the company should be known to CEO, even though part of not your branch. You know, that much influence you have to show there, that much impact you must show in the company. Okay, when you are really leaving the company, company should request you to stay back to the company. That way you should learn. That's how I'm going to give you core Java knowledge, no doubt in that. Clear my point? So now core Java concepts. Okay, as part of core Java concepts, before entering into programming, you need to learn some theory basics and JDK software installation. Small theory basics and JDK software installation required. Right. So now introduction to core Java concepts. There is some common terminology using in all languages. What is the terminology? First you should understand, because every day we are using this terminology, these words. And next, platform dependency, platform independency. Java is working on these words only. Java has its own platform. Java is not platform dependent. Java is platform independent. Then who is platform dependent? C and C++ languages are platform dependent. How Java achieved platform independency? Because Java is developed by using C and C++. Then when C and C++ are platform dependent, how Java become platform independent? Okay, that you need to learn. And then by these 4 points completed, now we come to a stage where some knowledge we got. Then finally, I want to conclude some important points on Java program and Java software. From this 5th point, we will go for types of Java softwares. And in Java 11 version, there is a change in Java software that we are learning, following by difference between JDK, JRE, JVM, and JIT. So as part of JDK, we have JRE. As part of JRE, we have JIT. As part of JIT, we have JIT. As part of JVM, we have JIT. So what the difference between these 3 words? What are their activities? Okay, when to use which one, we need to learn. By the 7 points completed, we got full clarity on Java programming language and also Java software. With this knowledge, we are moving to installing JDK software. After installing JDK software, you must use JDK software internal components. Okay, so internal components we are going to learn, right? So that internal components we are going to use. For knowing internal components, okay, we should use the folder structure. We should learn the folder structure. While learning folder structure, we are going to see the difference between Java 9 and Java 11. Okay, so in Java 9 we have a huge change in JDK software. In Java 11 also again we have a huge change. Okay, right. So I'm mentioning the numbers here. That means the meaning is not I'm teaching only up to that, Mr. Rahul. Okay, so up to 11 I'm not teaching. Up to 14 I am learning. In 14 there is no change. In 11 we have a change. Try to concentrate on that point. Try to think on that point. Types of Java softwares. Java 11 changes I told you. That means in Java 11 I have a change. Other version there is no change. Okay, installing JDK, it's a folder structure. Java 9, Java 11 changes. Means in Java 9, Java 11 we have changes. In another version there is no change. Is it clear? So we are learning Java up to 14 version. Wherever the new changes are coming, that version number I'll mention. The next, after installing JDK, if you want to access JDK software from all the places, you have to set Java home, path, class path, and module path. Okay. So totally these are the four things you need to do. And last, we need to conclude the story with the difference between path and class path. So these are the 10 points you have to learn first as part of core Java programming. If you are strong in these 10 points, then only I can launch program. Are you ready? Right. Let us start first point, that is common technology used in all languages. Please read all these words. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. I will repeat, resume the class after 5 minutes. Meanwhile, please read these 9 words. Right. Are you able to see the screen? There's a small white problem for since morning. Are you able to see the screen properly? Okay. Now, tell me, these are the words you are going to use in our regular programming. Let us try to see them. Okay, observe. Now, first I want you understand something called source code, following by compiled code, then following by executable code. Okay. And then following by compilation, following by execution, and then following by compiler, interpreter, compiled programming language, and interpreted programming language. So these are the words you need to understand. Okay, first let us try to see what the meaning of source code. Source code is nothing but a code that you are writing, a code that is developed by programmer. A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to A plus B. A code that written by programmer in any language. Okay, in any language, maybe written in C language, or maybe in CPP language, or maybe in Java language, or maybe in another language. Language is not a matter. Okay, no need to worry about the language. So what the point? What is a source code? What is a source code? A code that is written by programmer is called what? Source code. Simply can I say DWC? DWC. What is the meaning of DWC? Developer written code to perform. Developer written code to perform some task or operation is called source code. People are giving different definitions. Okay, it's called source code. It is high level language code which can be understandable to human being. Is it clear? Is it clear what the meaning of source code? A source code is a developer written code. A developer written code, a developer written code to perform some task or operation is called source code. In which language developer will write code? It will develop in high level language code. What the meaning of high level? Which can be understandable to human being is called what? Source code. Okay. For example, int a equal to 10, addition operation. For example, source code for source code for addition operation. Int a equal to 10. Next, int b equal to 20. And next, int c equal to what you write? A plus b is called what? Source code. Okay, depending on the language. In every language you take, the same story will be there. Depending on the language, extension will be changed. If it is a C language, what you write? Add dot C. If it is a C++, what you write? Add dot cpp. Okay, let me write here. This file will be called as add.c or add.cpp or add.java or add.cs C sharp. Okay, cs stands for C sharp or add.py stands for Python. Okay, in Python there are some syntax differences are there. I don't want to consider, I am removing it. Okay, so you take any language, in every language the logic we are writing will be the same. The logic you are writing is same. So now this is called source code. Can I hope all you understand what is the source code? A high level language code written by the programmer is nothing but source code. Yeah, .py. Python language extension is .py. Add.py. Shall I go to the next query? Tell me now. I develop source code. Tell me, after compiling this program, after developing this program, who should run this program? I should run. I am only responsible for Sukant Sahu. What is your question? Why programmer create a file? Dot file. I didn't understand your question. Can you please elaborate? What is your doubt? Sukant Sahu, please try to elaborate your question. I didn't understand your question. Why programmer create file? What the meaning of your question? Now tell me. Now I develop the program. Then this program should be your program. You are not going to run by you. Your program should be run by one machine, one software, one machine or a software. I don't say machine actually. Yeah, sometimes machine also will run. Okay, it will be executed by one software or a machine. Okay, sometimes program executed by a software, sometimes it is executed by a machine. Which extension file you need to create? What is your meaning of question? Why programmer create add.java extension file? Why you have name? Why you have name? Sukan Sahu. Why you have name? What the need of your name? So what the meaning of your question? I don't understand. Anybody can understand his intention of asking the question? I am in confusion. This is the question he asked. Are you asking why you are using extension, or are you asking just with the name, Mr. Sukan Sahu? Are you asking for extension or name? Name. All the people are feeling that he's asking for extension .java.c. Why .java.c.cpp you are using? Is this question, Sukat? Or why you are using the name add? No, he's not asking .java extension. Actually, you don't know what question to ask. He just randomly throw one question on my face. What you wanted to ask also you don't know. So Sukant, try to think yourself. What do you want? What do you want to ask? What is your intention of behind that question? What is your qualification? Sixth class, seventh class, BTech. Okay, good, good. Which branch? BTech, which branch? Electrical engineering. Okay. In electrical and engineering, you are going to write something like this, no? You are going to use something like this, something. Okay. No, no, no. His question is different. No, no. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let us spend few minutes with him. He's not asking extension. You are taking something like this, okay, and you are taking something like this. Okay, you are taking something like this, and there are something called two things are coming outside like this. What we call this? What we call it? What is it? Shukant, what is it? Shukant, don't other people. What is this? What is this? Other people don't answer. Let Shukant answer. What is this called? And we are, and we are. You don't know. You don't know. People are already giving answers. Other branch people are giving answers. You are selling. You don't know. You are from electrical background. What but this is a wire, no? Huh? That's where you are putting your brain. Hmm? Tell me. You are going to connect these wires to this one. What is that? You don't analyze this picture. Why you are here then? To watch movie? Hmm? Why you are here to watch movie? You come here. If you don't want to analyze, if you cannot analyze, then why you are here? For time passing. Hmm? For time passing, you came to class. What is this is called? This is called board, right? I am talking in your language, in your understandable language. Hmm? Okay, you don't understand Java, it's fine, but I'm trying to take your your language. Your language also you are not talking. Then what did you learn in your academics? And I should not scold. Okay, I should not scold. I should respect this kind of people. I got a one big mail, because your batch is not at complete settled. So that's why I'm not don't want to discuss because the situation came. I should not scold this type of people. If I scold this type of people, somebody is taking responsibility as a leader from your batch, and now they are filing case on me saying that Harikrishna is what fully disturbed person. He don't know manners how to speak with the people. Hmm? Yes or no? I should not scold this type of people. If I don't scold this type of people, what they will do? Every time they will raise the question, sir, why the spelling is CPP, sir? Why the spelling is source code, sir? Why the spelling is a software, sir? Why the spelling is a machine, sir? They will come up with their own questions. So they don't know, okay, they don't know minimum common sense what type of question to ask. Right. You got a doubt. Very good. You got a doubt. Is this doubt related to ask now, or I need to give some time to ask? That common sense also not there in the people mind. That's why I told you generally, BTech students are brainless students. Already their brain is dead. I'll prove it many times. Why are you giving names, sir? And without name, how can I access this? Ira Babu? Without a name, how can I access this file? Uh, you are constructing a house. You are giving name to the house. You are buying something. Some name will be there. Without name, how can I access it? What is that question? Why you are giving names, sir? Hmm? I should listen. If I don't listen, what they will do? No, they will go outside. Okay, Saran Goyal. Saran Goyal. If I don't listen to their questions, they will go outside and they will write whatever they like on social media. Social media, na? Hari sir waste. He never answered to my question. Okay, if I don't talk to them and if I don't stop to ask the type of questions, they will show their talent. Brainless people, na, they talk whatever they like. They talk whatever they like. Social media is freely available. Now he come to a question now. 3 4 times I asked the question, what is your doubt? Now he come to a question. Simply give name. Why dot is required? Very good. I am writing ad. This is the question you must ask. Mr. Sukan Sahu, this is the question you should ask. Okay. Why you are giving dot, sir? Why you are not giving just add? So you should also know how to ask the questions also. That is also part of training. I understood, other people also understood, but we are not addressing your problem. You should address your problem only. If I write add, what is this add? Tell me. I'm giving you something like this. No. We should waste time. Rohit Kumar, please. Initial classes. If you don't control this type of people, later we'll get a problem. Okay? So please wait. Please wait. Don't feel that time is wasting. Huh? Now, tell me. I'm creating one file like this. Tell me. I created like this. What is this? Tell me. Is it a file? Which type of file? Is it an image file? PPT file? PDF file? How to open this file? Mr. Shukan Sahu, reply. You are wasting our time. Come on, reply fast. If extension is not there, how the people know that? How the OS know which type of file it is? Now if you write .txt, now when I click on it, it's open by using Edit Plus. Okay. In your application, you are writing gender. You are writing gender as male. If you don't write male, female, how do we know you are a male or female by seeing your name? Now here it given Sukan Sahu. I don't know your qualification. So that's why I ask, what is your qualification? Right? So if there is no proper extension, how do we know this is belongs to which language program? Is it C language programmer, Java language programmer, CPP language programmer? How do we know? So extensions will give you the information about type of the file and what content available in that file. If you find a file with the name add.c, then what the meaning of it? Oh, it is having addition logic developed in C language. If you see add.cpp, Okay, it has the addition logic developed in CPP syntaxes, CPP language. And next, if you see add.java, the same addition logic, it is developed by using what? Java language. If you write add.cs, the meaning is what? The same addition logic is developed by using which language? C sharp language. Okay, if you write add.py, we are giving information to the person. Okay, it is developed in which language? I mean, what operation develop? Addition operation. In which language? Python language. Okay, na? Is it clear? So, you must know, you must know, you must know what type of file it is. That's why extensions are came, right? And then when you are asking the question, you must ask the question to express your doubt correctly. I understand. Definitely, I will understand whatever the questions you are asking, where you have a confusion. I will understand. No doubt in that. Okay. But I don't give you answer directly, because if I give answer directly to you, the problem will be you will be habituated asking all the questions in an indirect manner, however you like. Then interviewer, your team lead, your team manager, team member will not understand your questions, and they feel you are a something called what, not understanding person, proper not understanding person. So they will get some bad impression on you. It's my responsibility as part of the training. I should take care of making you ask the question correctly. Clear my point? So next time when you are raising question, target your doubt. Don't round on different words. Address the problem directly, like how you ask now. Sir, why dot, sir? Why dot, sir? Why extension, sir? Just a name, add is sufficient. Okay, like that, address the problem. Okay, now come to the story now. I developed the program by using C language or CPP language or any other language. Then this code I saved in the respective languages extensions. Then later, who has to run this program? This program is executed either by, this program is executed either by whom? A software or by a machine. Sometimes executed by software, sometimes executed by machine. Machine means what? Electronic device. Okay, some electronic devices also will run the programs. Okay, then tell me, the other softwares and other machine will not understand our C language syntax. Okay, will not understand C language syntax, will not understand Java language syntax, will not understand Python language syntax. They will understand their own language. For example, now I am teaching Java in Telugu. Then who can understand? I understand. My Telugu people can understand. Okay. And next, if I teach Java in Hindi, who can understand? I can understand, and Hindi people can understand. And now, Ohio gozaimasu. Ohio gozaimasu. Hello. I'm speaking something. Please tell me what is that. Ohio gozaimasu. Which language? Okay. Japanese. Some people are telling that Japanese. Japanese. Hello. Okay. In English, hello. In Japan, Japanese. Hey, not Chinese, right? Japanese. Japanese call what? Ohio gozaimasu. In Chinese, we call chung chang ching ching. Okay. Right? In Japanese, we call it as what? San. Ohio gozaimasu, hello. And if you want to respect in Japanese, you should use the word called san, 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 S-A-N, san, H-K san, Hari san. Okay. So now we have, we have, what do you call it? Japanese, Japan-based client, Sony. So we learn some Japanese language. So now try to answer. Finally, what the point you need to understand here, when you are develop the program in one language that is not understandable to another language software, we need to convert. Okay, so now that conversion, after conversion, we are going to get some code. Then who is going to execute? Sometimes OS execute, sometimes JVM execute. Okay, some translator software will execute, sometimes OS, sometimes JVM, or JVM or CLR, or JVM or CLR or PVM. PVM. Okay, so now try to understand. This story is very important story. Very important story. What is that? Sometimes OS will execute. Software is what? OS. Sometimes OS execute. Sometimes software JVM will execute. Sometimes CLR execute. Sometimes PVM execute. Then we need to convert that code into OS understandable native language. That is called what? That is called what? Machine language. Okay. OS understandable language is what? Machine language. OS understandable language is machine language. And next, JVM, CLR, PVM understandable language is what? Byte code. Byte code. Okay, machine language, byte code. So OS understandable machine language, and JVM, CLR, PVM understandable language is what? Byte code. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. CLR stands for Common Library Runtime. Common Language Runtime, sorry. Common Language Runtime. PVM stands for Python Virtual Machine. Okay. OS stands for Operating System. JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine. CLR stands for Common Language Runtime. PVM stands for Python Virtual Machine. So tell me now, it is our responsibility to translate the program into other software or other machine understandable language. Okay, who is responsible to convert? You, programmer. You only responsible for that. Then after developing program, then sir, why you are developing that program in high level language, sir? Why can't you directly develop in bytecode? It's very tough to develop in bytecode. It is very tough to develop in machine language code. So we need fast development. So that fast development is we understandable code. Our understandable code we develop fast, and then we are converting to software or machine understandable code. Is it clear? Right. Then this converting this source code into OS or JVM understandable code is called what? Is called what? Compilation. Already catch my point? Is called compilation. Who will do this work? You no need to do that. We need to use a special software called what? Compiler. Compiler. So now converting source code into OS understandable or some other software understandable code is called what? Compilation. Is called compilation. To perform this compilation activity, you no need to worry. We have a special software called what? Compiler. Compiler is responsible for converting the source code into now the OS or other software understandable code. Until we know who is generating this code, who is generating this code? Are you generating? A compiler generating? Compiler generating. Because this code is generated from the compilation process by compiler, it is named as what? Compiled code. It is named as compiled code. Okay, then tell me, what is a compiled code? Final story. Compiled code. What is a compiled code? Compiled code is nothing but compiler generated code from the given source code. Repeating again, what is a compiled code? The compiler generated code from the given source code is called what? Compiled code. Then tell me, this compiled code name is changing from language to language. Okay, language to language. This compiled code name is changed. Compiled code in C language is C and C++. C and CPP. This compiled code is called what? You know? What is the compiled code? Compiler generated code from given source code is called compiled code, which contains low level code which contains low level code that is only understandable to either OS or some other intermediate softwares like JVM, CLR, ppm. Okay, compiler generated code from the given source code is called what? Compiled code. It contains low level code which is only understandable to either OS or some other intermediate software like JVM, PVM. Okay. C++ language compiled code is called object code. Okay. And next, Java compiled code is called bytecode. Okay. And next, C#.NET compiled code is called Microsoft. Microsoft Intermediate Code, it is called MSIL code. Microsoft Intermediate Code, MSIL code. And again, Python compiled code is also called as bytecode only. Okay, so these are the terminologies you must know. Any of you got a doubt? Any of you have a doubt on this compiled code? All you people got clarity on compiled code? What the meaning of compiled code? What the meaning of source code? Is it clear? If you have any doubts, please ask. Compiler is a translator software that converts given source code into compiled code of a particular language. It's a translator software. It is a one software. Source code is understandable to human being. Bytecode is understandable to JVM. What the difference between source code and bytecode? Sai Teja, which language you belongs to? Which language you belongs to? Telugu, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam. Which language? Orissa, Marathi. Sai Teja. Sai Tej. Telugu. Why don't you understand Japanese? Mother tongue. Excellent. It is not your mother tongue. Telugu is your mother tongue. Machine language is also mother tongue is, operating system mother tongue is machine language. It cannot understand directly our English characters and machine language. It's understand only zeros and ones. Okay. Operating system mother tongue is zeros and ones. Zeros and ones format only OS will understand. The zeros and ones format is called machine language. I given already here. Again, if people are asking what is CLR abbreviation? Someone asked, I given abbreviations here. अरे यार, CLR meant for .NET. CLR for .NET. Okay, JVM stands for JVM for Java, CLR for .NET, PVM is for Python. Clear? Any more doubts? Compiled code. So the code you developed using Java or C or CPP not understandable to OS. So OS understands its native language is only machine language. So we have to convert this source code into machine language. Then you have two questions. Question number one, why OS not understand this machine language? I mean, this source code, because OS operating system is developed on zeros and ones. Zeros and ones language is called machine language. OS cannot understand different language syntaxes because C language syntax is different, CPP language syntax different, Java language syntax is different. Language to language, the syntaxes and concepts are changing. So OS cannot understand every language. For example, now tell me, you want to go to Japan, you cannot learn Japanese language. You want to go to China, you cannot learn Chinese language. You want to go to some other country, you cannot learn that language. So which country you are going, that country language you cannot learn. That's why your two options are there. Option number one, learn common language. Number two, find a translator. Yes or no? You have two options now. Either number one, you learn every language. It's impossible. Then learn one common language, common to all countries. Yeah, common to all countries. What is the common language? What the common language to all countries? English. So we learn English. Okay, we learn English and country with the English our help. No, if you take a Japanese country, Japanese, China country, they don't like English. They want to people to speak in their own language only. Then you will find mediator, broker. Okay, the moment you and land into that country, the moment you land into that country, then immediately you are finding a person who knows English and Chinese. Okay, you speak in English, he will translate to Chinese, and he will translate Chinese to English. So mediator or translator you are finding, right? That a translator is nothing but compiler. So now developing operating system for every language, developing operating system for every programming language separately is impossible, and making operating system understanding every programming language is impossible. That's why what people did, they are asking, "Arey bhai, you develop your own your program using any language. Later you need to find one a translator. You need to find one a translator to convert that language code into operating system understandable code. That translator is named as what? Compiler. Teacher. Okay, learner, speaker. Same way, translator. What type of translating is doing? It is a converting from one language to another language. That's why people named it as what? Compiler. Okay, so I hope you got clear. Still any doubts? If you have any doubts, still please ask. I'm ready to explain. So if you are not good at these topics, you will face a lot of problems in the future. Come on. Still any doubts? Anybody have any doubts? What is bytecode? Translated code. Bytecode is a compiled code which understandable to JVM. How compiler is designed? Join compiler design course, not here. Ask the course related questions. How compilers are designed? Join compiler designing course. That is a separate course, not this course. Naveen, Python course, if you join Python, people will teach that. This is Java, na? I will not talk that. Okay, so Python course you join demo classes of Python. That faculties will tell. I don't want to talk much on that. Is there any difference between Preeti? Preeti, is there any difference between Telugu and Hindi? Question is, are there any difference between bytecode and machine code? Are there any difference between Telugu and Hindi? Bytecode is Telugu, machine code is Hindi. Machine code understandable to operating system, bytecode understandable to JVM. Both are translated codes. Okay. Uses of JVM. Ray, I'm asking the questions related to this terminology, Rabaya. I'm not asking the next coming topics. What the use of JVM, what the use of CLR, what the use of PVM. How much I talk, that much you ask the questions, Rabaya. Come on, show some common sense. Don't behave like a BTech students. Okay, don't behave like a BTech students. Try to improve some common sense. Okay, so have the presence of mind. No, bytecode is not zeros and ones. It is like assembly language. I'll show you that. How the bytecode look like, I'll show you that. It's like assembly language code. Commands will be there, mnemonics will be there. Bytecode is a one kind of code, one kind of language. Some codes, the name itself is telling now, some codes will be there. Inside some codes will be there. Right? So now I have completed what is a source code. What is a source code? A code that is a code that is developed by using high level language like English characters and mathematical operators. English characters and mathematical operators is called what? High level code. The code that is developed by a programmer in human being understandable way by using English like characters and mathematical operators is called source code. Source code is not understandable to operating system or some other softwares like JVM, CLR, PVM. So now the code you develop is executed by now one intermediate software or by operating system. Then to make the operating system understandable, the source code should be converted to either machine language code or the particular software's understandable code. So for converting purpose, we need one translator software. The translator software is called what? Compiler. Okay, right. So this compiler, do you have one compiler for all operating system? I mean, do you have one compiler for all languages? Can you please think? Can you please think and tell me? Are you going to have only one compiler for all languages? No. Okay, compiler software should know C syntaxes. Okay, this another compiler, same compiler don't know different languages syntaxes, na? So every language is responsible to provide compiler software. C language providing its own compiler, CPP providing its own compiler, Java is providing its own compiler, Python is providing its own compiler, .NET is providing its own compiler. So language to language different compilers are there. Tell me now, C compiler, CPP compiler are generating what code? Object-to code. Okay, object-to code, nothing but machine language only. Object-to code, nothing but machine language only. Java compiler, Python compiler generating what code? Byte code. Okay, they're generating byte code. Next, what do you call .NET? Okay, .NET is developing what language? MSIL code. MSIL called Microsoft Intermediate Language. Internal, it is also byte code, but they named it as separately because .NET is the copy of Java language. If the terminology there in Java only they are using, now people will feel bad, na? People feel bad, right? That's why what they did, they have named it as they have chosen separate name called MSIL Microsoft Intermediate Language. Now the question, carefully think now. This byte code and machine what do you call it, MSIL code further again required to convert it to whom now? Machine language. These are not directly OS understandable. These are the intermediate code between source code to machine language code. some other code is coming. Why this another code came? For achieving platform independency. How they are helping to achieve platform independence, I'll tell you later. Don't worry. That's the next topic. Okay. For achieving platform independency, now the C and C++ programs are directly converted to machine language. Because they are directly converted to machine language, now what happened? They become platform dependent. If you want platform independency, what I required? I need to I need to develop some intermediate code. That intermediate code is called bytecode and MSIL code. This bytecode and intermediate MSIL code required to translate it to some other code. That is what? Machine language code, which is final code. For this translation purpose, here we are using compiler. Okay, here we are using compiler, Java compiler, Python compiler, and .NET compiler. For further to convert bytecode to MSIL code, now people are using what? Interpreter. Today I'm not going to explain you the difference between compiler and interpreter. So tomorrow I'll explain you that. Okay, difference between compiler and interpreter. Tomorrow I'll explain you. So don't ask the difference between them. Just try to catch the point. C and CPP, if you take, now they are directly using compiler. There is no interpreter in the C and C++. Why? Because in C and C++, compiler only directly generated machine language code. Compiler directly generated machine language code. So there is no further requirement of any translation. But whereas in Java and Python and .NET, we need a further interpreter. Okay, bytecode and interpreter both are coming. Okay, so now I given a little bit an idea where interpreter will be generally came into picture. Compiler will come at a compilation phase. Interpreter will come in the phase of what? Execution. So why in the phase of compilation? Why in the phase of execution? I will explain you in the tomorrow class. Don't worry. Today I wanted to complete the headings of the story. Okay, so I don't want to go deep compiler and interpreter. Tomorrow I'll explain you that. So finally, I hope you got some idea about what is source code, what is compiled code, who will develop source code, who will generate compiled code, the process of converting source code to compiled code, what we call compiler. Okay, so just I wanted to tell you all the points quickly. Try to concentrate. What is the source code? Developer written code in high level language with English characters and mathematical operators in a human being understandable way is called developer code. Also is called source code. Repeating again, developer written code with high level language with English like characters and okay, English like characters and what do you call English like characters and mathematical operators in human being understandable way is called what? Developer written code. Okay, the next in C language, the file name is what? abc.c. In a CPP, the language in CPP, the extension is abc.cpp. In Java, its extension is abc.java. Okay. Yeah, Nasir got a wonderful question. Sir, I understood why platform independent and platform in understand or not understood. Nazir. Nazir, you are telling not understand or understand. Okay, then next point. Compiled code. What is the compiled code? Compiler generated code. Compiler generated code. Okay, compiler generated code from the given source code is called what? Compiled code. All right, then tell me, compiled code generated and should be saved in one file na? Should be saved in one file na? Right, tell me now, what is the compiled code of C language, CPP language? The compiled code of C and CPP is add.obj. Why obj? Because it is object code na? Add.obj. And next .java extension file is called add.class. Add.class. C#.NET is add.msil, already told you. And next add.py, add.pyc, Python compiled code pyc. Okay, you are developing source code and after compilation, compiler software generating a new code in OS or it's a translator software understandable code. Okay, then that converted code must save in the hard disk. We need some extension file. That extension is what? .obj, .class, .msil, .pyc. Sukan Sahu, did you understand these extensions? .c representing source code, .obj representing compiled code, .cpp representing the source code, .obj representing compiled code, .java representing source code, and .class representing compiled code, .cs representing source code, .msil representing compiled code. Okay, .py representing source code, .pyc representing compiled code of Python. Is it clear? Then tell me, compiler generated code is nothing but from the given source code. Now we are going to get compiled code abc.obj, abc.obj, and abc.class. Okay, now the question, try to answer. I want to execute now after compilation. I want to execute this code. After compilation, I want to execute this code for execution purpose. Now try to understand. Okay, so now while compilation, after compilation, I got compiled code. Then I have to run this code. Whenever you run this program, what happened? No, whenever you run this program, what happened? No, background executable code is generated to run the code. Because every time I don't want to run it, just I double click. I want to double click. Have you heard exe files? Have you heard exe files? This is a exe file. This is the exe file. It is a exe file, right? I'm double clicking on it. Only exe files you can double click. Okay, double click. Then finally open file. So I want some executable format file. So now abc.obj contains the code which is understandable to OS. Now I want, this is not directly, you cannot double click. abc.obj, you cannot double click. It's like a text file. If you double click, it will not run, it will open. There is a two things are there, observe. when I say VLC media.player, what happened? It is executed and the file is open. Whereas if you go to this folder, if you go to this folder and I'm clicking on this file, what happened? It is not executed. It is showing you the content. Are you catching my point? It is showing you the content. I don't want to see the content. I want to execute and I want output. For example, let me show you that. For example, program. Look at here. For example, I'm taking this edition.java file. Double click. What happened? Edition.java file code is open. I don't want to see the code. I want to see the output of this program. I want to see the addition of a value 10 and b value 20 is 30. The output I want to see on the console. So for that, you need to run that program cmd. You must run that program java c edition.java compile bar. Okay, I don't want, when I run the program, I want output like this. I want output like this. I don't want to see the code. Try to understand now. This abc.obj, abc.obj, abc.class, these are just normal a kind of text files. When you try to run them, what happen? Only the internal code will be open and show to you. They will not execute the output. They will not execute and we don't get output. For that, I need one exe file. I want to make this program. I need further convert this program as a executable file. The executable file is what? .exe or .bin. .exe.bin. As a .exe.bin we need. .exe is Windows format understandable. .bin is Linux or Solaris understandable. Is it clear? Right. So then now from the compiled code, we need the code ready to execute. Okay. So what is a executable code? Then now what is a executable code? From this source code, from this compiled code, we are getting another file that is abc abc.exe. Okay, this abc.exe is nothing but the code that is ready to execute. ready to execute is called what? Executable file. That is nothing but some abc.txt file. Did you understand this point? Don't try to understand, please try to accept. Okay, please don't try to understand, just try to accept. Okay, if you try to understand, so many unnecessary doubts will come. Those doubts will not allow you to accept and continue the point. Please, I'm requesting you, don't try to understand this point, because I cannot make you understand this point. Only I can make you know this point. Okay, only I can make you know this point. That's it. The program, the code that is ready to execute is called executable code. So tell me totally how many types of files we are going to deal in a Java and other language, right? So we are going to deal with number one source code, number two compiled code, number three executable code. Okay, three types of files. So as a programmer, which code you are responsible to develop? You are responsible to develop only source code. Then after developing source code, with help of compiler software, you are generating this compiled code, and from this compiled code you are generating executable code. Okay, now the point, try to answer. After compiled code is generated, now what are you doing? With the help of some other intermediate software, not interpreter, with the help of some other software, you are running and you are getting output. Okay, you are running, you are getting the executable file. From the executable file, you are getting what? Output. This process, running the compiled code to get output, this process is called what? Execution. Okay, now try to answer first try to answer. Look at there. The code that is ready to execute, CRE means what? The code that is ready to execute is called what? Executable code, that we generate from the compiled code. We will run abc.obj file, it generates abc.exe, and we got output. Second time I want output, I no need to go to the compiled code, I'll go for what? abc.exe. Double click abc.exe, will get output. Again double click abc.exe, will get output. Now in CPP also same story. From the compiled code, you are getting exe file. From the exe file, you are getting output. I have mentioned one point, Adhyaksha. You remember? Executable file are specific to what? Windows. Specific to Windows. These exe files will not execute in Linux, because that operating system extension, executable file extensions are different. That means exe files are what type of files? They are platform dependent files. Java want platform independency. Java want platform independency means all you people think, will you have exe files in Java? No, no, we don't have exe files in Java. Then you have to run abc.class directly to get output. So Java doesn't support exe files. Java doesn't support executable files, because executable files are platform dependent. So abc.class file is a platform independent file which is contain bytecode. Now that bytecode you will run with the help of JVM software. Okay, with the help of JVM software, we will directly run that program. Okay, with the help of JVM software, we will run the program, and then directly it will give you output. So now you compile the program, compiled code is generated, compiled code we are giving to JVM. JVM directly we will get, JVM directly will give us output. So we don't have any exe files in Java, right? In C language, if you want a second time output, just simply double click this exe file. But in Java, there is no chance. You have to give the compiled code again to JVM. Okay, as many times you want execute, those many times you need to use what? abc.class file only you must use repeatedly. Is it clear? Is it clear? Executable code story clear? Please express your doubts if you have any doubts. Where I open executable file, we're talking about this edition. This is a compiled code, it's not executable code. This is compiled code. This contain bytecode. You want to see how the bytecode is look like? This is bytecode. Store 10, store 20. Okay, this is the bytecode. Can you understand this bytecode? In Java, there is no executable code. Prince Gupta, there is no executable code in Java. You must run this bytecode repeatedly. As many times you want output, those many times you need to score. That is what Java edition. Again Java edition. Again Java edition. Again Java edition. JVM doesn't make exe files. Directly it will run. In Java, there are no exe files. Directly it will run, show the output. That's it. So all are ready to participate? Quickly try to answer all the points. Now tell me, how many words are there common to all languages? Common to all languages, how many words are there? We have 9 words. Source code, compiled code, executable code, compilation, execution, compiler, interpreter. Okay, then next compiled programming language, interpreted programming language. Okay, then next point, what is source code? The code that is developed by programmer, developer written code is called what? Source code. No exe files in Java. Exe files are meant for storing executable code. We no need to store executable code anywhere, na? So exe files are not there. File terminology belongs to whom? Operating system. In operating system, if you wanted to store, then executable files will come. JVM responsibility what? Directly run. Then there is no file concept. There is no executable file concept. File concept belongs to operating system. Are you catching my point? JVM is responsible for what? Converting bytecode into current operating system machine language. Convert into current operating system machine language, execute that machine language, and display output. That's it. It doesn't contain any. In C language, what the process? abc.c, give to compiler. Compiler must generate the code and save in the system. For that, compiled code we are getting abc.obj. Then further, we have a separate software called linker. I'll tell you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll tell you, don't ask now. Linker will run our that object code, abc.obj object code it will run. And then it will generate what? abc.exe file. Now from this abc.exe file, we are getting output. When next time if you want execute, directly we will use this abc.exe file. Then we will get output. We want executable file for repeated execution in the system. In the system I want to save. In our hard disk I wanted to save. That's why abc.exe file will be generated and saved. But come to Java, abc.java, compiled code you want to save in the system, na? You want compiled code in your system. So compiler what is doing? It is generating the bytecode and saving the bytecode in the hard disk. In hard disk to save, it is using abc.class. Understand? Then further, who is responsible to run our Java program? JVM. What the responsibility of JVM? JVM is responsible for converting the bytecode to machine language, run it, and then display output. That's it. It is not responsible for saving anywhere. All are catching my point? It is not responsible for saving anywhere. JVM is responsible for converting to machine language and run. It is not saving. That's why exe files are not there. Exe file meant for saving, okay, but not for running. Now in C language we have exe file saved. We have to save in the system. That's why exe files are there in Java. You take C language or Java language, you have compiler, because we need to save. We have to save them. We have to save them. That's why separate compiled files are there. But in Java, uh, now no need to save the machine language anywhere. That's why it is simply what do you call simply not saving anywhere. We don't have any exe files. Okay, then compiled code, compiler generated code. Compiler generated code is nothing but abc.obj, abc.obj class. Executable code is nothing but the code that is ready to execute. So in a C language we have compiled code separately, executable code separately. But in Java, the same compiled code is a executable code. The same compiled code is compiled code. The same compiled code is executable code. We do not have separate files like compiled code separately, executable code separately, not there. Why in Java we don't have like this? Because for achieving platform independence. The next compilation. Now observe now, from the source code to the compiled code, all languages terminology is little bit changing. In C language we call object code. In Java we call byte code. Okay, common word is what? Compiled code. The next compilation, translating source code to compiled code, is the process is called what? Compilation. Execution, the process of running compiled code to get output is called what? Execution. In some languages exe files will be there, some languages exe files are not there. So but execution is what? Running compiled code to get output. Running compiled code to get output is called what? Execution. Then what the compiler? It is a translator software that converts source code to compiled code and save the compiled code in a separate file in the hard disk. Then interpreter is a translator software that converts source code to compiled code or compiled code to machine language code. Observe, interpreter is responsible to convert source code to machine language code or compiled code to machine language code. Try to answer now. If you take C language, in C language, the compiled code itself is a machine language code. Then do we need interpreter here? Not required. If you take Java, Java compiled code is not machine language code. It is a byte code. We need further translated to machine language code. So here I required what? Interpreter. So in Java, we are using compiler and also interpreter both. Java program converted into compiled code by compiler, and and now further the compiled code nothing but byte code translated to machine language by interpreter. Okay, clear my point? In C language we are using only compiler. In Java we are using both compiler and interpreter. So what to answer? So what is a interpreter? It is also a translator software that converts either source code or compiled code to machine language code in the execution. Okay, next, compiled programming language is nothing but the language that uses only compiler. The language that uses only compiler for compilation is called what? Compiled programming language. C and C++ languages we use only compiler. They don't use interpreter, so they are called what? Compiled programming languages. A language that uses interpreter for running the program is called what? Interpreted programming languages. Again repeating, interpreter, a language that uses interpreter for running the program is called what? Interpreter programming language. Now my question, if you take C language, C is a pure C and C++. Okay, C and C++, C and C++ are pure compiled programming languages. If you take PHP, okay, if you take PHP, if you take JavaScript, they are pure interpreted programming languages. Pure interpreted programming languages. There is no compilation. But if you take Java, if you take .NET, if you take .NET, if you take Python, these languages are falls under both. They uses compiler and also uses interpreter. Okay, both they are using compiler and also interpreter. Then these languages are both compiled and interpreted programming languages. These languages are both compiled and interpreted programming languages. Yeah. So now if you take source what you call JavaScript and PHP, their interpreter directly converting source code to machine language code. If you take Java interpreter converting compiled code to machine language code. Okay, Hemanath, I hope you understand. So did you get clarity? All the people got some idea what is happening? Okay, our journey from tomorrow onwards will go around these 9 words only. Every day I'm going to use these 9 words. So the 9 words meaning is here. You should able to understand and remember. Can hope all the people got clarity on these 9 words. TS means translated software. Translated software, not Telangana state. Any doubts in this slide? Any word you want me to explain? Any abbreviation you wanted to know? Code that is ready to execute. The language that uses only compiler for compilation is called compiled programming language. CRE, code ready to execute. No, it's not there on YouTube. Code that is ready to execute is called executable code. Arey, Shivani, what is this question? Shivani Sahu. Use of compiler and interpreter are same. If both are same, why we have two? I already given points are given, then already given clearly. Compiler job is source code to compiled code. Interpreter job is converting source code or compiled code to machine language code. Machine language code. I told you differences, I'll tell you tomorrow. The complete differences of compiler and interpreter, I'll tell you tomorrow. Notes already given. Notes already given. If you completed payment, you can contact Nagababu. He will help you to take the notes. Notes already given. This is the notes. 6 materials already given. Today explanation is available in this material. I'll tell the page number. TS means translated software. Page number 57. Page number 57. Or page number 2 in volume 1A. Page number 2 in volume 1A. Volume 1A. This material is available. This content is available in both the places. Terminology used in programming languages. Source code, developer written program, compiled code. People he will give you the load. If you don't have his number, already shared many times number. This is his number. Shukan, Sahu, both are different. Tomorrow I'll explain you. Okay. I'll explain you tomorrow. Both are different. I'll explain you tomorrow. Compiler is different. Interpreter is different. That's all for the day. I hope today class all you enjoyed. I hope all you understand today class. Difference between compiler and interpreter I will explain except these two words. Please tell me any other questions you have. No, real-time tools part of advanced Java, not part of core Java. Now, batch is started on July 6th. Okay. Batch started on July 6th. And due to my health problems from Saturday to Sunday means 11th to 19th, I have not taken class. So these 5 days classes, 6 to 10th, these 5 days classes already there on YouTube. Okay. People who have joined newly, you people can follow these videos for first 5 classes. This is the 6th class. This is the 6th class. So those are the links I shared available on YouTube. You can use them. So new students, just new, you can follow. Today is the actual class for our course. Okay. So we have not come to a stage to use IntelliJ Edit Plus. I will help you to install them and use them. No need to worry. So now that's all for the day. And if you have any concerns, please try to talk to Nagbabu for payment details and everything. No, Zoom link we will change tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Tomorrow or maximum by Wednesday, Zoom link will be changed and the class will be available only for paid students. Okay, so now yesterday only little bit I recovered. So that's why I'm speaking very slowly and definitely we'll come back to our original flow. Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow at same time, 9 o'clock.